Dragon Puppet, back with another daily tutorial for you guys. Remember they're daily now, so that's a new one every single day. If you guys want to see more of them, click subscribe. And if there's anything particularly you want to see how to draw, just comment below. This one is how to draw an old school flower. Enjoy. Right people, how to draw an old school flower. Now it's quite a fun one this. It's quite therapeutic. It's nice and symmetric on the top part. And it's going to be done in Procreate on the iPad Pro with 4 layers, sketching, line work, shading, colour. Start with sketching and work your way down. You can do this on normal paper with pens, markers, paints. Just follow along with what I do on there. Now click on here, on the settings, click drawing guide, edit drawing guides, and have the symmetry tool on. Now I've literally just bent it a bit this way because I want the flower to be a bit of an angle. This isn't necessary, it just speeds things up, just what I'm showing you. So we're going to sketch in a rough kind of fan shape now. Oh, click on shading, click on your layer, click on it, click draw and assist, and then make it do this. And they draw on both sides. So we're just drawing that fan shape, just curving around. Just keep sketching around until you kind of feel like it's the right kind of angle, like so. And I'm going to bring a line up the center. I'm going to bring some lines around, and I'm going to keep these spaced evenly apart. So I want that gap at the top to be about the same each time. There we go, that's good. And now I'm just going to divide this up into little sections. So the first one is going to be there, and I'm going to create a little smaller section, a big section, maybe a medium size, small one, and then one around there. And basically each one of these I'm going to draw a different kind of pattern. Now you can easily change the look of the flower just by changing what kind of sections you do here. And that's a great way of sort of like, changing them up. Now the bottom bit, I'm going to have like a base. You can do this how we want. I'm going to do it quite simple. So I'm going to curve out, bump in, bump down. And then at the bottom here, I'm just going to bring in curve and curve up to a point. So we just kind of like a base at the middle. Just something it kind of like works off of. Right, now the first layer, at the top, we're just going to create a very simple curve. And then back down the line, like so. The second one here, very old school, so I'm going to bring the line across. And each, second one, no, we're going each one of them actually. I'm going to put a dot, like so. And do a shadow for that. Now the next ones, we're going to take up 2 each time. So we're going to create a little dip in the center and come down. A little dip in the center and come down. A little dip in the center and come down. You basically want each one of these to be different. So if any look too similar, I'll put in like another kind of pattern to kind of sort of like change them up a little bit. So you got these ones here. So now I'm going to bring in a little spike shape in the middle of these, like that. I'm going to have these ones a curved tip. They're going to be much wider than the bottom base ones. And like I said, because they're sort of like curved tip as well, I'll make them different by putting a little pattern inside them. So you got those ones. Now coming around in this one, I'm basically going to follow the shape and I'm going to keep curving around the edge. So you basically got this like nice curved pattern all the way across, like that. And then these top ones, we're going to curve up, and when we get to the top, we're going to bend up, bend down a touch, and come back down. So you make this little like tip piece in the middle. So just bend up, down, and around. Try to get these looking as symmetric as you can. I try to make a bit more symmetric as I sort of like draw them in with the pen. I'm getting really tongue-tied today. I don't know why. It's frustrating. Right, so we've got this like so. And I'm going to put in, I think, a ball shape in between each one of these. So see, it's just like repeating patterns. You're just creating like, there's different kind of shapes. You can just keep doing them over and over. And it just makes them look very different. So the top ones here, I'm going to bring in a line up. A little ball in the middle. Line up. Ball in the middle. Line up. Ball in the middle. Line up. Ball in the middle. Inside the end one, I'm basically going to repeat the shape inside it. Like so. And this top one, it's going to come up to the center of those points we've done. Curve up, and we get to that center line here, comes to a point, and curve back down onto that one. Curve up to that point, curve down onto the top of it. It's just like a nice kind of flowery kind of tip to it. So you see you've got this really nice kind of repeating pattern that's kind of build up that flower shape. And that's on the other side here. I'm just going to bring in this little curve like this and flick back. I might have a second one just in there. Just so the edges don't seem too straight. And I'm going to click on here. I'm going to click on Draw and Assist and turn it off because now I want to do the stem. And I don't want the stem to be symmetric. So we're basically going to curve this down like so. It's going to curve outwards. A nice bit of a bend to it. Like that. At the base we're going to make this kind of sort of teardrop shape. So come to a point and then the top is going to be curved. Just like that. And I'm going to draw in some leaves. So I'm going to have like two little parts which is going to base off. Just there and there. And this is going to go into one leaf, which is going to be here. And make sure they're a nice big size. You don't want them to be small. And make sure they're all kind of facing different angles. Like this one's this way, this one's this way, this way. You don't want them facing the same way. It just looks weird when they face the same way. You see they're facing different ways. I might throw one up there as well. A little one just on the side. A little leaf just there. Yeah, I think that'll do for me. Now each one of these, I'm going to bring up long stem line just like that. Going to bring this curve around. Curve up, and for the top of it I'm going to bring in this shape. Just like that. Now, I'll be doing some little line details on it as well, but I'll do that when we colour it in. Just do this for each one of them. This one up here. These long ones, don't worry about doing long ones, just do like a little line for the centre of them if you want. Shall I leave it there for the minute? Right, so what I'm going to do now, go onto the line work, make sure your line work, click on it. It's got the reference clicked on and a draw and assist to start with. Going to go black, inking, studio pen for this. And we're just going to go over everything we've just done now. I've got my pen set to quite thick, quite a big thickness, which I really like for old school. You know, if you want to go thinner, you can do. And now certain inside details I'm going to do with a thinner line, but majority of this I'm going to do with this big bold one. A little bit more of a dip there. And I know I say all the time, don't worry about going the same speed as me. I know that I do go pretty fast with these. To get those circle bits in there. A bit wonky, that one. That's better. Let's get these lines with the dots on them. Get these outside lines here. And I'm going to shrink the line down first before I turn off the symmetry tool for the rest of it. And just do the inside parts now. So these inside parts here, just doing a much thinner line. And those dots done in there. And these little lines just coming up the centre of these ones. Like so. And a little line just down the centre of those ones. Like so. Might have a little line just here, mimicking that line just there. And lastly, line down the centre here. And out, yeah, I like that. Don't do too much. So I'm going to now turn off the drawing assist because I don't want this part symmetric. Go up to the same thickness I had originally. And drawing the stem and the leaves. You want to go up to your line, just don't go over it if you can. I've probably gone over it a few times because I'm being quick. There we go. Just turn my line down now a little bit. I just want to do some little line details on the inside. So I'm thinking I'm just going to repeat this line like this. All the way across them. And when you come here, just try and match up the lines so they kind of like on both sides of it. You know, if they're uneven, it just looks a bit off. It doesn't matter on the side bits as long as like the inside parts are touching. So just draw one side to begin with, and then just draw the other side outside inwards. Just makes it easier. What I find anyway. Just keep them about distance, same distance apart. You see it's come together now. Almost there with the line work, and then we can start the shading where the magic and the colour happens. So we line up the centre of these ones. There we go. And that will do it for the line work. So now we can turn off the sketching. And I'll go into the shading. And now the reason why we have it set to reference on the line work is so when we select now, using the selection tool, which is in that top left hand corner, have an automatic, it now selects every area that's within these spaces. If you get a little white edge around it and it gets a bit annoying, easy solution, click, drag to the side and you'll see a percentage pop up. Just make sure it's within the 90s. If it's in the 90s, you won't get that annoying effect. Oh, I'll get a bugged up nose. Right. So I'm going to use spray paint tool. So spray paint tool, medium nozzle, because I like this effect. And make sure you're on the shading layer. So to start with, I'm going to select, I'm going to go for this one to begin with. A little bit of shadow, just around the top bit, just there. Oh, my nose. Right, and I'm going to go for the second ones. And a bit similar, so, but I'm not going to do it in the outside part, so just there. And I might just have a little hint on the top just there as well. So try not to think of it as a flower, think of it as more as patterns, you know, and what you can do each time to change it. I'm going to select a couple apart here. And what I'm going to do is just shade on the outside. Just like so. So I'm just selecting like one side. And the reason it's not drawing this on both sides is because where I'm selecting every two, I'm not selecting the symmetric side of it. I'm just going to select these ones. Pretty similar again, just a bit of black around the bottom. Have I got the symmetry? I haven't got the symmetry turned on actually. Probably why I wasn't actually doing it. Right, so a bit of black just across that bottom bit just there. Just a fraction just in the bottom. Those leafy bits just there. And the rest of it will be done in colour on the actual flower bit. So now I'm just going to turn off that drawing assist to add on for like 2 seconds. Just going to select some leaf parts now. If leaves are touching, I'm going to select one and do the other one afterwards. So I'll do that one next to it just afterwards. So I want to put a bit of shadow just at the bottom of these. There. And the stem piece, a bit at the top and a bit at the bottom. Nothing too crazy, just like that. And then in these side ones, actually in these side ones, I'm just going to select one half. Yeah, I like that. Right, now I can go back on here and I'm going to turn on the colour now. Put colour to assist. And we can start colouring the flower. So I'm going to start off with a red. So certain ones I'm going to have red, so let's select ones that I want in red. I want this bit. Not those bits, those bits that way. Each left hand corner I'm going to have red on that part. And I'm going to have red just in this strip, just here. I like to have a fair bit of red. Just like that. And select these ones on the right hand side. I'm going to select a dark red for these ones. And because the top's dark, the next one I'm going to have quite light. So I'm going to do this one in like a nice, I think, light kind of pinkish tone. So I'm going to go red, go a bit higher with it. Just at the bottom, kind of fading up. Yeah, I like that. Then these ones, I'm going to try something different. So I'm going to go blue for them, but then I'm going to select maybe a lighter blue. Across the bottom, so it's kind of reversing that. Yeah, I like that. And a few areas that I know I want yellow. These inside ones, maybe try a bit of orange, which I like. I'm not sure if I'm going to colour these spikes in or not on this one, so I'm just going to try, say, like an orange. Yeah, I quite like that actually. Going to select dark green for these bits, and then come in with a different shade of green, like a brownish kind of green across the top. These inside bits here and here. Going to go yellow. Same as this inside section, I'm going to go yellow, but then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of like a caramelish brown, just across the top and bottom. Now go on layout, turn off that drawing assist, so now it's not symmetric. Oh, I didn't shade in that side. Just going to select these ones for now, because he's going to be all the same kind of green. A little bit lighter just for the center part of this. Maybe just across these tips. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm going to select inside the leaves. I've got those selected. So I'm going to go in with that green. And come in with that brown on the tips of them. And I might come into like a yellowish tone, I think. Just touching the very tips.
like so. Just make it a bit different. And then I'm going to select those top parts. I'm going to have those in red. The bottom part of the stem in red. And then lastly, the inside parts, yellow. Turn off selection, turn off drawing guide. And one last bit. Almost forgot that bit. And there you go, there you have it. That's how to draw an old school flower. Like I said, it's nice pattern working out. They're so easy to change up with the techniques I told you, just changing the spacing, the patterns. You can do this like in no time, 100 of these, and they look different every single time. And they're just really cool looking. I love them. But yeah, I hope you like that. I hope you comment. I hope you like. I hope you subscribe. Check out my videos. I am The Broken Puppet, and I shall see you next time. Peace.